Alright, so today I'm going to do a quick video about the steps for problem solving because this is something that's kind of new to 4th grade and students might not have always done this before. So this might help the parents kind of understand a little bit more what we're expecting for this. So when we're talking about the steps for problem solving, there's 3 steps and we use UPSC to help the kids remember it. The U stands for understanding the problem. So for the U section, the kids have to underline the important information that's in the problem and then summarize it. So if we look at this problem down here, this is kind of a simple one, but it says Sean and Max are going to meet at the beach. The distance from Sean's house to the beach is 43 miles. From Sean's house to Max's house, the distance is 12 miles. How far is it from Max's house to the beach? So they would need to underline the distance from Sean's house to the beach is 43 miles. From Sean's house to Max's house, the distance is 12 miles. And how far is it from Max's house to the beach? Then, for their summary, we want them to kind of like restate it in their own words, not just copy down the problem word for word. So for this one, I would probably go from Sean's to the beach is 43 miles. And then from Sean's to Max is 12 miles. And then we're looking for how far it is from Max's house to the beach. And that's what we don't know. That's what we're trying to answer. So then, that's all they would do for the U section. The P is their plan for solving, and basically all they have to do for this section is choose which operation they're doing. So for this problem, we are doing addition, so they would just write addition. And then the S is really like the bulk of the problem. So S stands for set it up, solve, and write a statement. Okay, so the setup for this one would be just basically the work that they would show for the problem. So 43 plus 12. Okay, so 55. And then their statement is the thing that really a lot of the kids usually forget. That's just like a quick sentence that kind of answers the question. So it is 55 miles from Max's house to the beach. Okay, and then the last step is C, and that stands for checking your answer. Now there's a lot of ways that the kids can check their answers. Some of the things that we encourage are using the opposite operation to check, but really we're trying to work on rounding and estimation. So we're trying to get the kids to kind of round these numbers and get a ballpark estimate as to what their answer should be. So their check could just be them rounding these numbers. So we would say 40 plus 10 equals 50. So that tells them that if their answer is close to 50, they probably got it correct. So 50 and 55, those are pretty close to each other. That means that they probably got the answer correct. They could also use subtraction, the opposite of addition, to check by doing 55 minus 12, and it should equal 43 if they got the answer correct, which it does. So there's a variety of ways to check the answer, It's basically just making sure that they actually do that check part for the C column. So that's kind of a lot of space for one problem, but once the kids get into the more difficult problems with multiple steps, this is going to be helpful for them to kind of organize their thinking. If you guys have any questions, you can always email me or message me on Blooms.